My friend, every morning, heaven gives you a gift, 24 blank hours. What you write on those pages determines your success, your peace, and your destiny. But here's the truth. Most people lose the day before it even begins. They wake up late, scroll their phones, rush into chaos, and then wonder why their life feels out of order. Listen carefully. Your morning is your foundation. If the foundation is cracked, the whole day will crumble. But if you build it strong, nothing during the day can shake you. I'm about to show you how to use just 40 minutes to command your morning, program your mind, and take control of your destiny. These 40 minutes can become your daily meeting with purpose, peace, and power. When you wake up in the morning before the noise, before the demands, before the messages start flooding your phone, stop, sit in stillness, close your eyes and breathe. Don't rush to conquer the world when you haven't conquered your thoughts. Stillness is not weakness, it's mastery. It's the quiet space where strength begins to take form. You see, most people wake up and immediately surrender their peace to chaos. They grab their phones, scroll through social media, compare their lives to others, and invite stress before the sun has even risen. They let the world tell them how to feel before they even know how they feel. But those who understand purpose know that power doesn't come from movement. It comes from centeredness. Stillness is where the mind recalibrates and the soul remembers its authority. When you wake up and sit in silence, you're not wasting time. You're planting clarity. You're telling your spirit, I'm in control today, not my emotions, not my fears, not my schedule. You're aligning yourself with purpose before stepping into performance. There's a difference between activity and productivity, and silence is what separates the two. The noise of the world is designed to distract you, to pull your energy in every direction, to make you reactive instead of intentional. But when you practice stillness, you reclaim your focus. You stop living by reaction and start living by design. Think about a car engine. Before it races, it must warm up. If you try to drive it too soon, it will stall. Your mind works the same way. When you start your day without warming it up in silence, you move through the day stalling mentally and emotionally. That's why you lose patience quickly, forget small things, or feel drained before noon. But when you start your morning with 10 minutes of silence, you ignite clarity. You train your mind to focus on what matters and ignore what doesn't. Stillness is not about doing nothing. It's about doing the inner work that no one else can see. It's about examining your thoughts before they dictate your actions. It's the discipline of pausing long enough to ask yourself, what kind of energy do I want to carry today? What kind of person do I choose to be? Because make no mistake, your day will always rise to the level of your decisions. And decisions made in chaos are almost always the wrong ones. Look at the lives of the most effective people. They are not the busiest, they are the most focused. They've learned the power of silence. They've learned that when you are quiet, your intuition speaks. Wisdom whispers when the world is loud. Many people miss their greatest ideas because they're too busy moving to hear the inspiration within them. The answers you're chasing are often waiting for you in the stillness you avoid. When you sit quietly, you begin to notice the conversations happening in your own mind. The fears, the doubts, the dreams, the reminders. You start to understand what's truly going on inside you. You can't fix what you won't face, and silence gives you the courage to face yourself. It's in the quiet moments that you begin to separate truth from noise, strength from insecurity, peace from pretense. Let me tell you something powerful. You don't find peace by escaping the noise, you find peace by mastering it. Stillness trains your emotions to obey your will. It teaches you how to remain calm when life gets loud. Imagine walking into your workplace already grounded, unbothered, focused. People around you may be frantic, but you're centered. They're reacting, you're responding. That's the power of those 10 minutes you gave yourself in the morning. Even science confirms it. When you wake up in silence, your brain releases hormones that stabilize mood and increase creativity. Your breathing deepens, your heart rate balances. and your stress hormones reduce. You literally give your mind oxygen to think clearly. But beyond biology, there's something spiritual about stillness. It's the sacred meeting between who you are and who you're becoming. It's where you remind yourself that you're not defined by yesterday's mistakes or tomorrow's worries. You're here now, alive, capable, and in charge. People say they don't have time for silence. But think about it. If you don't have 10 minutes for your mind will take the rest of the day from you. You'll find yourself exhausted by midday because your thoughts have been running wild since dawn. You've been fighting invisible battles all day because you never took time to align your spirit. 10 minutes of stillness can save you hours of frustration. It's not a luxury. It's a necessity. Start tomorrow. Wake up and sit with yourself. No music, no distractions, just you and your breath. At first, your mind will resist. It will throw 1,000 thoughts at you. That's okay. That's part of the training. The goal isn't to stop the thoughts. It's to stop being controlled by them. Let them pass like clouds. Breathe deeply. Feel your pulse. Remind yourself that this is your time to gather your power. And as you sit there, something begins to shift. The noise inside you starts to fade. Your shoulders drop. Your breathing slows. You begin to sense control returning. You start to remember who you are, not the rushed, worried, distracted version, but the calm, capable, wise version. That's the real you. That's the person the world needs to meet every morning. Stillness is the invisible training ground of champions. It's where visionaries prepare before they lead, where thinkers prepare before they act, where the strong prepare before they speak. 10 minutes of silence in the morning can rebuild your confidence, restore your balance, and reconnect you to purpose. The peace you create in the morning becomes the power you carry all day. Gratitude is one of the most powerful forces on earth. It is invisible, yet it changes everything it touches. When you wake up and begin your morning by focusing on what's missing, you start the day already defeated. But when you wake up and focus on what's still working, what's still possible, and what's still in your hands, you awaken power. Gratitude is not denial, it's perspective. It doesn't ignore the pain, but it reminds you that pain is not the whole story. When you train your mind to see blessings even in the middle of battles, you become unstoppable. Take 10 minutes every morning to look around you and say, I still have breath. I still have purpose. I still have another chance. Gratitude transforms ordinary mornings into sacred moments. You begin to realize that the small things you overlook every day are actually the biggest blessings in your life. The bed you woke up in, the roof that kept the rain out, the food in your kitchen. These are miracles that millions pray for. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's lost to what's left. Most people live in a cycle of complaint. They wake up and immediately start thinking about what went wrong yesterday, who disappointed them, what bills they have to pay, or what goals they haven't reached yet. They don't realize that by complaining, they are programming their day for frustration. The words you speak in the morning build the atmosphere you will walk in all day. If you start your day with negativity, don't be surprised if negativity finds you. But if you start your day with gratitude, you open doors to peace, creativity, and opportunity. You can't attract blessings if your mouth keeps rejecting them. Gratitude is the magnet of favor. It tells the universe, I recognize what I already have, and I'm ready for more. Think about a parent giving a child a gift. The child who is thankful receives more. Not because the parent loves one more than the other, but because gratitude signals maturity. It tells the giver, I can handle more. Life works the same way. When you are grateful for what you have, you prove that you're ready for the next level. Gratitude also heals perspective. You may not be where you want to be, but you're not where you used to be either. Remember the prayers you once prayed that are now your reality. The things you begged for last year might be the things you now take for granted. Gratitude brings you back to humility. It reminds you that growth is a process and that progress is still progress even when it's slow. It keeps your heart light, your spirit calm, and your mind focused on possibility rather than limitation. Take a few minutes every morning to recall specific blessings. Write them down. Speak them out loud. Reflect on moments where life carried you even when you didn't have strength. Maybe it was a friend who encouraged you when you wanted to quit. Maybe it was a closed door that later saved you from a mistake. Gratitude makes sense of life backwards and strengthens your faith forwards. It connects the dots between the storms you survived and the strength you now carry. When you live in gratitude, your energy changes. You stop waiting for perfect conditions to be joyful, and you start creating joy wherever you are. You begin to notice beauty in places you once ignored, the laughter of your child, the warmth of sunlight through your window, the taste of your morning coffee. These moments become your reminders that even in imperfection, life is still worth celebrating. Gratitude also reshapes relationships. When you start appreciating people instead of expecting from them, everything shifts. Say, thank you, more often. Recognize effort. Acknowledge kindness. Gratitude creates harmony because it softens the heart and strengthens connection. Many relationships break not because of betrayal, but because of unspoken appreciation. People want to feel seen, valued, and acknowledged. Gratitude gives that gift freely. When you wake up and take those 10 minutes to reflect, you are training your heart to see abundance in every direction. You are reminding yourself that every morning is another chance to start again, to do better, to grow stronger. You are silencing the voice of lack that tells you you don't have enough, and amplifying the truth that you are already blessed beyond measure. Gratitude unlocks joy that money can't buy and peace that circumstances can't destroy. There's a saying that gratitude turns what we have into enough, and that's the secret of powerful living, learning to see enough, not as a limitation, but as a foundation. When you are content and thankful, you are free from the desperation that leads to poor choices. You stop chasing validation and start walking in confidence. You stop comparing your chapter to someone else's highlight reel. You stop waiting for life to be perfect before you celebrate it. Gratitude gives you power over envy, over fear, over disappointment. It's not about ignoring pain or pretending everything is fine. Gratitude simply gives you a higher vantage point. From that higher place, you can look down at your challenges and realize they are not walls, they are ladders. You start to see purpose in your struggles. You understand that even your challenges are shaping something inside you that comfort never could. Gratitude teaches you to say, this may not be what I wanted, but maybe it's what I needed. That's wisdom. Every morning, take time to remember who you are and what you already have. Don't let pressure blind you to blessings. The more you appreciate life, the more life appreciates you. You begin to glow differently, speak differently, walk differently. Gratitude changes your vibration. It puts you in alignment with growth and opens doors you didn't even know existed. So before you rush into the noise of the world, pause and whisper, thank you. Thank you for another day. Thank you for another chance. Thank you for the strength to try again. Because the moment gratitude becomes your morning habit, peace becomes your daily companion. Vision is the language of destiny. You can't walk into what you cannot see. Every great accomplishment began first in someone's imagination before it ever appeared in their hands. The tragedy is that most people live their entire lives reacting to what happens instead of creating what should happen. They wake up every morning and drift wherever the day carries them. Like a leaf floating on water, moved by every current, controlled by every wave. But people with vision wake up with direction. They decide before the world decides for them. They don't wait for the day to tell them how to feel. They tell the day what it will become. Take 10 minutes every morning to close your eyes and see your future before you step into your present. Don't rush. Don't be mechanical about it. Sit with yourself and imagine the life you are building. See yourself confident, focused, and productive. See your goals already completed. See the version of you that you are becoming. Your imagination is not a fantasy, it's a preview of destiny. What you repeatedly visualize, you eventually realize. The mind cannot distinguish between reality and deeply believed imagination, so when you see your goals vividly enough, your actions begin to align with that image automatically. Planning is the bridge between seeing and becoming. Many people dream, but few plan. A dream without a plan is just a wish. You can't expect to reach a destination you've never mapped. Every morning, write down 3 clear priorities that will move your vision forward. Not a list of 50 random tasks, just 3 things that matter most. Ask yourself, if I can only accomplish 3 things today that align with my purpose, what would they be? When you start focusing your energy like that, you stop scattering your power. You begin to direct it. The difference between people who make progress and those who stay stuck is not intelligence, it's clarity. Look at the construction of a building. Before a single brick is laid, there's a blueprint. No architect just wakes up and starts stacking walls randomly. Yet that's how many people live their lives. They build without a plan and wonder why the structure collapses. You must learn to see your day as a construction site. Your thoughts are the blueprint, your actions are the bricks, and your habits are the foundation. If your vision is vague, your structure will be weak. Planning each day isn't about being rigid, it's about being intentional. It's telling time, you will serve my purpose today. It's looking at your 24 hours and deciding where they will go instead of wondering where they went. Time is a currency. You can spend it, invest it, or waste it, but you can never get it back. When you plan, you invest it. You make your time work for your future instead of against it. Most people say they don't have time to plan, but that's the reason they keep repeating the same cycles. You can't expect a new outcome with an old routine. 10 minutes of planning in the morning can save you 10 hours of confusion later. Planning is not about control, it's about direction. It gives you permission to say no to distractions because you've already said yes to purpose. Think about a pilot preparing for a flight. Before takeoff, they study the map, check the weather, and plan the route. Imagine a pilot saying, "I'll just figure it out when I get there." That would be reckless. Yet that's how many people approach their lives every day. They take off without a plan and hope to arrive somewhere meaningful. You must stop hoping and start planning. Life honors those who prepare. 10 minutes of vision and planning is also a form of faith in action. It says, I believe my future is worth organizing. It's you telling life, I'm not waiting for something to happen. I'm partnering with purpose to make it happen. This discipline shifts you from wishful thinking to purposeful living. You begin to act like someone who knows where they're going. And when you know where you're going, even small steps count because they're taking you somewhere meaningful. There's power in writing down your goals every morning. Don't just think them, write them. There's something magnetic about seeing your vision on paper. It becomes tangible. It holds you accountable. It reminds you daily that your dream isn't distant, it's developing. People who write their goals are significantly more likely to achieve them because writing activates focus. It turns your mind into a compass that constantly points toward progress. Every morning, visualize your desired future and ask, what's one thing I can do today that brings me closer? That question alone can change your entire life. It transforms your mornings from reaction to creation. You stop chasing random opportunities and start creating alignment. When you see your vision clearly, you no longer entertain distractions disguised as opportunities. You know the difference between movement and progress. In your planning time, also anticipate challenges. Every vision attracts resistance. Don't be shocked when obstacles appear, plan how to respond. Ask yourself, if something interrupts my schedule, how will I adapt without losing focus? Successful people don't avoid problems. They prepare for them. They don't quit when the plan changes. They adjust the plan but never the goal. Vision and planning are not just habits, they are declarations of self-respect. They say, my life is valuable enough to organize. My time is too precious to waste. People who live without vision drift into other people's plans. You'll either build your dream or spend your life helping someone else build theirs. The choice is made every morning when you decide whether to plan or not. 10 minutes is all it takes to turn confusion into clarity. Those minutes become the anchor of your day. They remind you that your life is not random. You were designed to lead, to build, to create, to impact. Vision gives you a target, planning gives you the tools. When you combine both, you become unstoppable. You begin to see possibilities where others see problems, direction where others see detours, and purpose where others see pressure. The moment you train yourself to start your morning with vision and planning, something powerful awakens within you. You no longer move out of habit, you move out of purpose. You start seeing yourself not as a survivor of time, but as a steward of it. You walk into your day like an architect, shaping the hours before they shape you. You realize that success doesn't happen by accident. It's designed one morning at a time. There is power in your mouth that most people never learn to use. Words are not just sounds, they are seeds. Every morning, you are planting something into your day, whether you realize it or not. The question is, are you planting power or poison? Most people wake up and let their emotions dictate their language. They say things like, "I'm so tired. I don't feel like going today. Nothing ever works for me." And without knowing it, they are authorizing defeat before the day even starts. But there's another kind of person, someone who wakes up and understands that their words are commands. They speak with intention. They say, "Today I walk in clarity. Today I attract solutions. Today I move with peace." These people don't wait for life to hand them power. They create it with their tongue. Every morning, take 5 minutes to command your atmosphere. Stand in front of the mirror and speak like someone who knows their value. Look yourself in the eyes and say, "I am ready for this day. I am stronger than what's coming. I am equipped for every challenge. I am full of wisdom and focus." Don't whisper it, declare it. The universe responds to confidence. Life has a way of bowing to people who sound like they know where they're going. You can't walk in victory with a defeated vocabulary. If your mouth is weak, your life will be too. Speak with the conviction of someone who knows that they were not born to live average. There's a science behind declarations. When you speak powerful affirmations aloud, your brain releases chemicals that influence your emotions and your performance. Your words literally train your mind to believe what you're saying. If you repeat something long enough, your subconscious starts to accept it as truth, and your body begins to act in alignment with it. That's why people who constantly say, "I'm so unlucky," keep attracting bad situations. But those who wake up and say, "Good things happen to me," often find themselves walking into unexpected favor. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you repeatedly declare. Think about it. When a king gives a command, he doesn't beg, he doesn't hope, he speaks. His authority is in his decree. The same applies to you. Every morning when you open your mouth, you are issuing orders to your day. Your words travel into your future and prepare the path ahead of you. Say it with force. This is going to be a productive day. I am going to meet the right people. I will walk in peace. I will accomplish everything that matters. Speak until you feel your spirit rise above the noise. You are not waiting for the world to inspire you. You are commanding your own inspiration. Daily life has enough negativity. You'll hear it on the news, in conversations, on social media, sometimes even from your own circle. That's why your declarations are not optional. They're armor. They protect your mind from the poison of the world. When you speak power in the morning, you build a shield that negativity can't penetrate later. You become emotionally grounded. Someone may try to irritate you, but your peace won't break. A problem may show up, but you'll face it from a position of strength. You already set the tone with your words. There's a powerful truth about sound. It creates movement. Sound waves travel, and they carry energy. The moment you open your mouth and declare strength, confidence, and purpose, you shift the vibration of the space around you. Your environment begins to obey your energy. That's why it's so important to fill your mornings with words that align with who you want to be, not who you used to be. Don't speak from your emotions. Speak from your vision. Your emotions may say, I'm not enough, but your vision says, I was born to rise. Your emotions may say, I'm tired, but your vision says, there's more in me. You can't be passive with your words. Declarations are an act of war against doubt. Every time you say, I am confident, you are silencing the inner voice that says, you can't do it. Every time you declare, I am focused, you are training your brain to ignore distractions. Every declaration is a seed planted into your future. You may not see the harvest immediately, but one morning you'll realize that everything you've been speaking has started to manifest. The peace you asked for begins to settle in your heart. The opportunities you spoke about begin to show up. The courage you declared starts to become natural. That's not luck. That's the fruit of your words. Many people underestimate the importance of speaking to themselves. They think it's strange or unnecessary. But every successful person you admire practices some form of morning declaration. Athletes do it before games. Leaders do it before meetings. Artists do it before creating. They understand that your outer world follows your inner world, and your inner world listens to your voice. You can't wait for motivation to find you. You have to speak it into existence. Start with simple phrases that align with who you want to become. Say them like you mean them. I am disciplined. I am creative. I am prepared for greatness. I am surrounded by favor. I am walking in divine timing. I am unshakable. Repeat them until you believe them. And even when you don't, keep saying them until belief catches up. You don't need anyone else to approve what you say about yourself. Your declaration is your permission slip. When fear tries to speak louder, talk back. When doubt whispers, shout your truth louder. Don't negotiate with insecurity. Replace it with affirmation. Every word you speak builds either a cage or a doorway. Speak doorways. Speak expansion. Speak progress. The moment you realize that your mouth holds the blueprint of your day, you'll stop wasting words on things that drain you. You'll start using your language as a tool of creation instead of destruction. Each morning is a blank canvas. Your declarations are the paint. Whatever colors you choose in those 5 minutes will set the tone for the rest of your day. Speak light, speak direction, speak peace. When you do this consistently, your confidence begins to glow, your decisions become sharper, and your atmosphere begins to change in your favor. People will wonder how you stay so calm, how you attract opportunities, how you always seem to rise above pressure. But it's not a secret. It's the discipline of commanding your morning before the world commands you. Your body is the vehicle of your purpose. You cannot go far in life if the vehicle carrying your dreams keeps breaking down. Every morning, you owe it to yourself to awaken the body that carries your vision. Movement is not just exercise, it is a declaration that you are alive, capable, and ready to move forward. Those 5 minutes in the morning when you stretch, walk, breathe deeply, or move your body are more than physical actions. They are mental affirmations that you are in control of your day. You are telling yourself, I am ready for what's coming. The body responds to motion. Energy is born through movement. When you stay still too long, your energy dies, your mind slows, and your motivation fades. Think about this: when you wake up feeling tired, it's not always because you need more sleep. Sometimes it's because your energy is trapped. You've been still for hours, and your blood hasn't started flowing yet. The mind feels heavy when the body is asleep, and the only way to awaken the mind is to awaken the body first. That's why athletes stretch before every game. They're not just preparing their muscles, they're preparing their focus. You can't win your day if your body is still stuck in yesterday's fatigue. Those first 5 minutes of movement break the mental fog and ignite your focus. You don't have to go to the gym or do something complicated. Just start moving. Step outside, breathe in the morning air, raise your hands high, stretch your arms, roll your shoulders, and take deep intentional breaths. With every breath, you are sending oxygen to your brain, telling your system, wake up, there's work to do. You can even dance to your favorite song, walk around your room, or do simple push-ups. It's not about perfection, it's about activation. You can't pour from an empty vessel, and movement fills your vessel with energy, clarity, and confidence. Notice how children wake up. They don't crawl out of bed tired. They jump, they stretch, they run. That's natural energy. As adults, we lose that because we let stress stiffen us. Movement restores that natural fire. It shakes off the weight of yesterday. When you move your body, you're not just stretching muscles. You're stretching possibilities. You're telling your mind, I'm flexible, I'm strong, I'm capable. Movement builds discipline because it reminds you that you are in command of your energy. It says, I don't wait to feel motivated to move, I move to feel motivated. Even science proves it. When you move, your body releases endorphins, the chemicals that fight sadness and boost confidence. Just 5 minutes of movement can lift your mood more than an hour of complaining. You begin to see things differently, not because the world has changed, but because your energy has shifted. You walk differently, think differently, and even speak differently. Your posture alone tells the world what kind of day you're about to have. When you stand tall, shoulders back, breathing fully, you communicate power before you say a single word. Think about how many times you've started your day sluggish, scrolling your phone, dragging your feet, and wondering why nothing feels right. It's not because the day is bad. It's because your body hasn't been given a reason to rise. Your energy follows your motion. When you start your morning with physical movement, your emotions begin to follow your actions. The body says, we're moving, and the mind responds, then let's go. Every great decision, every bold step, every breakthrough begins with a body that's in motion. Picture yourself standing in front of the mirror after your morning stretch, sweat glistening on your forehead, breathing strong. You look yourself in the eyes and say, I'm awake, I'm alive, I'm ready. That's not just exercise, that's transformation. That's the moment you stop surviving and start living. Too many people are waiting for energy to come to them, but energy is created through action. You can sit and wait for motivation all day, or you can move and watch motivation appear. Movement also builds confidence because it reminds you that effort still matters. In a world where people look for shortcuts, discipline sets you apart. When you move your body every morning, even for 5 minutes, you're sending yourself a message that you're serious about your life. You're not waiting for someone to save you. You're taking charge of your own energy. That's why successful people always talk about routines. They understand that energy is not a mystery, it's a choice. When your body is active, your mind becomes alert and your spirit becomes courageous. A sluggish body breeds sluggish thoughts, but an awakened body breeds bold ideas. You start seeing solutions instead of problems. You stop overreacting to small things because your body has already processed the stress through movement. Those 5 minutes can become your reset button. No matter how chaotic your world is, movement grounds you, it connects you back to yourself. Imagine facing a tough meeting, a stressful situation, or a big decision after spending your morning motionless. You'd feel drained and unfocused. But imagine facing it after your body has been awakened by 5 minutes of energy. You'd walk into that situation sharp, confident, and calm. That's the difference movement makes. It gives you the upper hand before the day even begins. You're not reacting to pressure, you're directing it. Your body carries your dream, so take care of it. When you move, you're investing in your destiny. You're building stamina for the race ahead. You're training yourself to keep going even when things get uncomfortable. And the beautiful thing about movement is this: it multiplies. The more you move, the more energy you generate. The more energy you have, the more productive you become. The more productive you are, the closer you get to the life you've imagined. That's why those 5 minutes matter so much. They set the rhythm for everything that follows. Wake up and move, not because you have to, but because you get to. Because your body is still here, your purpose is still alive, and your time is still valuable. Move like someone who knows that every step counts, every breath matters, and every heartbeat is a reminder that you still have power to create, to change, to rise. Movement is not about fitness, it's about freedom. When you move, you remind yourself that you're not stuck. You're still capable of motion, still capable of progress, still capable of becoming more than you were yesterday. And now, as this morning journey draws to a close, remember this: your day will never rise higher than your mindset when you wake up. The world does not reward those who simply open their eyes. It rewards those who awaken their spirit. Every sunrise is a fresh invitation from life itself saying, "What will you do with me today?" You have 24 golden hours, hours that will never return. And how you use them decides what kind of life you will live. The first 40 minutes of your morning are not ordinary moments. They are the steering wheel of your destiny. If you master your mornings, you will master your life. Don't wake up like you're being forced to live. Wake up like you've been chosen to lead. Every breath you take is evidence that your purpose is still alive. Every step you make after you rise is a statement that defeat didn't win. You survived the night, and that means there's still something left for you to do. There's still a dream with your name on it, a destiny waiting for your arrival, a difference that only you can make. So when the alarm rings, don't hit snooze on your future. Get up, stand tall, and remind yourself that you're still in the game. Life doesn't give power to those who complain. It gives power to those who prepare. And the morning is your preparation ground. Those who win are not luckier, they are more intentional. They don't wait for motivation, they create it. They don't hope for a good day, they design it. You can't build a strong life on weak mornings. When you begin your day in chaos, you invite confusion to lead. But when you begin with order, gratitude, and purpose, you tell the universe, "I'm ready for the blessing." Stop saying, "I don't have time," when you waste the most powerful time of the day doing nothing. The morning belongs to those who rise before the world does. The quiet hours of dawn are sacred. They are the meeting point between your dreams and your discipline. When you use that time to move, to think, to pray, to plan, and to prepare, you gain an advantage that most people never discover. You become unstoppable. You walk into rooms with light in your eyes, clarity in your thoughts, and peace in your spirit. People will look at you and wonder, what's different about them? And the truth will be simple. You started your day right. There's something powerful about a person who begins their morning with intention. They don't panic when storms come because they already centered their mind before the storm arrived. They don't crumble under pressure because they've already built strength in silence. You can't control how the day unfolds, but you can control how you unfold into it. You can't stop the wind, but you can set your sail. And when you start your morning with discipline, gratitude, and movement, you set your sail toward victory. Every sunrise is a reminder that yesterday's failures don't have the authority to define you. You can begin again, stronger, wiser, and more focused. Don't let yesterday's pain poison today's possibility. The past may have hurt you, but it doesn't own you. Every morning is a resurrection of potential. The same light that rises outside your window also rises inside of you. It's the light of purpose, power, and passion, and it's waiting for your permission to shine. So, when you wake up tomorrow, don't just rise, ignite. Don't just move, command. Don't just exist, lead. Let your first thoughts be power, not panic. Let your first words be gratitude, not complaint. Let your first actions be movement, not hesitation. Life listens to the sound of your morning. If you start it weak, it will echo weakness. If you start it strong, it will amplify strength. You have greatness within you, but greatness doesn't come to those who sleep through opportunity. It comes to those who rise early, think deeply, and act boldly. Remember this: the day doesn't determine your attitude. You determine how the day feels. The power has always been in your hands. Every sunrise whispers, You still have time. Don't waste it. Stand up, straighten your shoulders, breathe deep, and tell the morning, I'm ready. Because when you command your morning, you control your destiny. When you win the first 40 minutes, you win the next 24 hours. And when you win your days consistently, you build a life of purpose, power, and peace. The morning isn't just a time, it's an opportunity to step into the best version of yourself. So wake up with intention, move with passion, and walk through your day knowing that nothing outside you is greater than the strength that lives inside you. Your morning is your weapon, your shield, and your declaration. Use it, master it, and let the world see what happens when a person truly decides to start their day right.